Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey. I'm feeling so much better. I'm not all the way better, but I can breathe here. I'm just getting a little bit of phlegm and runoff, and I'm so happy. So today I decided we are going to start a new project. Technically, I started it last night, but I made a little mistake, so I had to take it all apart. So this is one of my mixed balls of scrap yarn that I wanted to make into granny square type deals, and I have the perfect project in mind. So I'm going to start with 1 and 2. Really glad you're here today, and we're doing magic circle, and I'm doing half double crochet, and we're doing great big granny squares, like giant ones, to cover these little toddler chairs that I have. Well, they're not really toddler chairs, they're just smaller chairs. I'll explain it all. It'll all make sense. Either way, I'm really glad you're here, and let's get going. So I took a little footage of the two chairs that I want to cover. These two leather type chairs. They're not real leather, of course. 1, 2, 3. And the fake leather is peeling, especially on the blue one. It's really bad. But if I fit covering one, I might as well cover both, right? Now this is where my daughters have an art table in the living room. They love to color, Play-Doh, all that good stuff. And this table can be left for them with their art projects all over it and stuff. And we don't really care because it's not the eating table. My middle daughter requested a bit of an art area, so that is what I've been working on here and there when I haven't been slowly decaying from sickness in my bed. Today is sort of a down day. I did a few chores yesterday, but I am definitely feeling it today. So I'm having weak days, meaning that I feel weak, not days of the week. So I did start this with double crochets. Too big. It was just much too big for what I want. I want a lot of coverage. I will be putting a liner under it, just because, the foam is sticking out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I wasn't doing chains in between, so it ended up curling on me. And when I say curling, I'm talking like huge waves. So I wanted to be sure that this is going to be comfortable. I am doing sections, and I will be attaching them to each other, because if I went with just a plain all the way around square, I could cover it, but it's going to sit weird in spots, and I definitely didn't want to do that, because we've tried that with a blanket, and I didn't like how it looked. I want this to be fitted as much as possible. And I'm doing 3s in the corners. So we're going to go 1, and then I'm going to do that. Isn't that lovely? Now I can pull that pretty tight to get a good shape. The corners are going to stick out a little bit, but that is quite all right. We are doing chaining 2, not 3. 1, 2. And here we go. So now I have 3 in this corner. And we're going to chain 1. I wasn't doing the chain 1, and I found that it was really definitely caught up with it. It really changed the shape of it. 1, 2, and I absolutely love this crochet hook. 2, 3. It is very comfortable in the hand. I am finding it's very easy to crochet with. 2, and I went with a 4 because these are a bit of a more of a bulky weight, and this I'm going to do as the seat you sit on. And then I'm looking at it going, that's a bit bigger than I'd like. Alright, we're going to give it a whirl because like I said, I got a few, quite a ways in, and it was not sitting in a way that I liked. Because I want it to be cushy and drapey, I don't want it to be stiff. Or the girls will never want to sit on it. I know them. They like soft. I mean, you can't blame them. I got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and 1 chain. So I'm using a 4mm. And these are all scrap yarns that I've had hanging around, so I just turned them into a big cake, which I ended up having to roll up because of how this turned into a lumpy mess. I was not very happy with it. I didn't like it. I love the idea of it, but I didn't like the execution. I think the 3 in the corners are going to help with the corners lay flatter in the long run. They look a little weird right now. Pardon me if you hear me with my nose being weird. It is still a little bit runny. There we go. But I'm feeling a lot better. I'm catching up on my sleep, which helps me get better. Okay, so we got a nice square now, where it was more rectangular the last time we came around to this corner. And you know what? That is really looking very pretty. I like it. I'm going to go 1, 2. 1 and 2. So I have 2 of these to do, and I'm probably going to have to make a few more of these because I see the size of this cake is going to be very much like one of the sections, and that's about it. Maybe a little more, I don't know. We'll see how this goes out. 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Because I do want them to be small stitches. I want them to be as close together as possible. But I'm really second guessing this 3's in the corner. And how big that is. I don't like that. I may have to take those out after all. I don't want those big giant holes. And that's what I'm getting here. Yeah, those are going to have to go. So I'm going all the way back. Because I'm not going to be okay with that. I know myself. I'm going to be very irritated with that. So we'll just try the 3 in the corners. And take that out. One, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Because you can go with either way, like with or without. My mom says you should go with them, and I know you can make granny squares without having to do the chain. So I've always found the chain to be something I don't really like the look of. And I mean, that's just a personal opinion. One, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, whoopsie, 2, 3, and then we're going to do our cluster again. 1, 2. And I'm trying not to do this like super tight like I would have an amigurumi. I don't want that kind of tightness. Here we are back at the beginning. 2 and 3. Go 1. Oh dear. Got a lot of messages here. 3. Here we go. Let's take a little peek. So I do like that so much more. 1, 2, and 3. I think that's going to be my way here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then, okay, I'm back after a small intermission. Potty training. Waits for no one. Here we go. So I'm definitely going to have to make a few more of these. I don't think that these are big enough to do, like, very much. I was going to use them for my dining chairs, but I moved to these little chairs that I showed at the beginning because I'm trying to revamp the living room to be a more functional area for everyone. Okay. So yeah, the corners are pulling just a little. But I'm going to have to see how this goes. Half double crochets are way smaller, so I'm finding them a little bit like it's going to take a little bit, but it's going to be worth it. I think it's got the right move for this particular cover up. And I will probably be lining the underneath it just to keep things from falling in and into the wide open spaces. I probably will get some of that vinyl tape and tape it together, but I really don't want the kids sitting on that. I've had couches before made out of vinyl and we had to tape them together. And we ended up putting a blanket on it because, the tape starts to peel and sticks to your skin. It's really gross. These are the smallest, most comfortable chairs we can find for them. And they absolutely love sitting watching TV in them, and they get used all the time. They were both sitting there enjoying them yesterday. So that's what made them go up on the priority list, because I was just going to just let them be until they were completely outgrown and then get rid of them. But they are well used and well loved, so I might as well make them cozy and cute. So my girls love rainbow colors for the most part. So we're just going to go scrap-a-doodle. Use my scraps up. I mean, I use a lot of them for amigurumis and whatnot, but I have quite a few tiny balls that can be used, and I've got some bigger ones too. 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3. Here we are. So I have no idea what yarn this is. None of these. A lot of these were given to me. Other people had scraps, and they're like, you want scraps? We'll give you scraps. I'm like, thank you. I will take your scraps. Thank you very much. I know I can use them. There we go. I even put some in my amigurumi sometimes as stuffing, so. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. This is a nice green though. I really like this one. I'll have to find this color again. Definitely want this to be in my rainbow stash for when I want to grab a certain color. I like it to be there. Oh, it feels like camera's moving again. Sorry about that. The camera is on an older tripod, and I guess I had fallen asleep with it in my bed. Don't ask, I'm weird. And yeah, I somehow snapped off the base, so it sits under my ankle now. So occasionally it will start to tip a little. Sorry, I don't have the money to go out and rush out to buy a new one. I'm just going to continue using this until I can't use it anymore, so. It still mostly works, I just have to make sure I'm positioned properly. Which is funny to me, and that's okay. Goodness me. One day I will be healthy again. Feeling very gone with the wind today. Okay. Yeah, when I first got these were a little bit of a getting used to situation, but now I'm quite comfortable with them. I like the weight of them. The feel of them is fantastic. They feel really good in my hand. And I'm just getting better and better with it, which is fantastic. Oh, we're gonna change over in the corner. All right. 1, 2, oops. Try that again. Thank you, thank you. Oh, you're gonna be like that, are you? All right. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And this is a totally different type of yarn. I do like the two colors together. And I'm not going to take any colors out or anything like that. I've already decided on my colors here, and I'm not going to change it around if, say, 3 colors in, the color is quite small. I'm just going to live with that. That's just how this is. This is not, to me, like perfectionist type deal. This is more of a cozy, kitschy, like, just cozy. I want cozy and cute. This is not for magazines. This is not for photo shoots. This is just for coziness. So softness matters. Soft colors, soft textures. Because I know my girls, they love to touch the yarn. One, 2, and 3. So, before this falls over, this is what I've got so far today, and I'm just going to keep going until I get enough for the bottom of the seat, because that's where I decided to start, is the actual seat. And so far this is a little bit wavy. We're going to have to play it by ear. if I have to put the chain ones in, I will, but I don't really like how they pull up. See, with this is keeping the holes pretty manageable. Nothing too, like, crazy wild. And when I had the chain ones, they were pulling pretty far, as you saw. But we'll play it by ear. Anyways, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!